North Coast Game of the Week is proudly sponsored by Mathews Ford Lincoln and Civista Bank. And welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. This is Firelands Regional Medical Center in Sandusky, and it is a great place to be for playoff week number 2 with the Perkins Pirates and the Edison Chargers. Both upsets in week 1, but only by seeding variety. I really don't regard the Perkins upset of Lutheran West as a real big upset, but the Edison win over Bellevue, yeah, that was certainly an upset. The only 16 teams in the history of the playoffs to ever beat a number 1. Of course, we well know this is the first year of 16 teams in a region, but still it's something that nobody will ever take away from this Edison team.
Should be a fun one.
Love to take away stuff from this stand right here.
Go Pirates!
That's the famous Didion smile getting things started from the Booster Club Grill, where the burgers and the brats and everything wonderful is there to start the night. Noble Axes brings you our pregame on our North Coast Game of the Week. It's Noble Axes Axe Throwing in downtown Sandusky. And there's a good overhead look at what's happening during warm-ups. The Edison Chargers in their road whites with orange pants, and the Perkins Pirates, they're all black home uniforms. Certainly it's been the running attack of Perkins that has drawn headlines all year long, highlighted by, of course, the SBC Lake Co-Player of the Year in Colin Nemitz, who broke all kinds of records for the Pirates this year. And the week previous against Lutheran West, he added another 200-yard rushing game on only 15 attempts. Remember last week when we did that game, we were talking about his first 4 attempts of the night, right, for 117 yards and 3 touchdowns on 4 carries. It's a great way to start the night. There's the head coach of the Pirates, Jalen Santoro, over watching the activities before the game, and what a lot of success he's enjoyed in his first couple of weeks. Of course, you stop and think he's just been connected with success wherever he's gone so far in his young career. And Jim Hall, the dean of the SBC coaches, the Edison Chargers. He's been around for almost 2 decades now at Edison, doing this triple option that has created headache after headache for opposing teams during the high school football seasons. There's the Perkins captains making their way out to meet with the Edison captains. And the ceremonial toss of the coin.
Line judge. TJ Lyons, back judge. Scott Duncan, umpire. Good luck, guys. Thank you.
Let's remember a few words. Heads, tails, yes sir, thank you. That, you got the toss of the coin down pat. I see a few people starting to bundle up a little bit, although this was a great night for football. I think we're around 43 degrees when it tipped off, but a clear night and no breeze whatsoever. So a fabulous night as we look at the Perkins High School Marching Band entering onto the field. And what was really cool about this night, we had the Perkins Band joined by the Edison Band for the playing of the national anthem before the game, so a couple of locals get together with the bands as well.
Hey, go Bees! Hey, go Bees!
You look in the background too at some of the choir members who are going to be singing the Perkins High School alma mater, and what a great job they did in front of friends and family. Dressed for the occasion. Playoff football, and here comes the Edison High School Marching Band as well. And, of course, Mr. Jeffrey.
43 degrees.
We already said that, Rick. Thank you very much. He's actually complaining about 43 degrees in November for football. Could be worse. Your Fan of the Week is up next, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. That's probably the youngest Fan of the Week we've had for our high school football season in 2021. Someday you'll be able to go back and look at that video and say, oh, that was me. I was Fan of the Week on the North Coast Game of the Week for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. You can still see a little bit of that golden sunset in the background to the west, Firelands Regional Medical Center Stadium. Our pregame sponsored by Noble Axes. That, of course, is good old axe throwing in downtown Sandusky at the marketplace at the Koch. It's a pretty good stand and attention pose right there. And now the Pirates getting ready to enter onto the field, coming in at 9-3, or coming into the game at 8-3, and Edison coming in at 6-5. Perkins, the number 9 seed, Edison, the number 16 seed. If you ever had a case for the top 16 teams making it to the playoffs, this game is case in point, because neither team would be here if we were still at the top 8. So playoff action coming up next. You're on TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Ha ha, there's a great sight from downtown Sandusky. I know that's Ren. I know that's related to the cameraman. And the dog says, get me the heck out of here. Here we go with our first quarter with the Edison Chargers kicking off. We were a little bit surprised when Edison won the toss. They deferred to the second half. We thought with their ball control, maybe they would take the football, but they're going to give it to Perkins right off the bat and put their defense to the test. Although the strength of Edison definitely is their offense. However, you're looking at a pretty good defense open up this football game as well. And maybe even a little bit surprised, too, that Perkins goes to the passing game right off the bat when their forte is this guy right here in Colin Nemitz, who stopped for only a 4-yard gain. So the Pirates face a 3rd down and 6 on their opening drive.
Number 3, Colin Nemitz, the ball.
Wyatt Nemitz, the intended receiver, he is just back on the field after sitting out a few weeks because of injury. Take another look here for Mathews Ford and Logan Lesh, not trying to just pick up the first down, but trying to pick up a whole lot more. You can see the Edison defense closing in well, and the only ones to get his hand on the football would be Marcus Medina, who's also the Edison quarterback on offense. So one series in the book, and Edison's strategy of giving the ball to Perkins, apparently pretty solid, because the defense does the job, but then one of Drake Venerucci's famous punts with a roll on top of it puts Edison back on their 10-yard line. Marcus Medina is their quarterback, 5'8", 140 pounds, and this offense has really picked up since he came in because of injury in Week 6. Thomas Simon done for the year. And you can see the fullback on that triple option, Hunter Castle, being watched tightly by the Perkins defense. And that is a sophomore right there, Michael Young, coming in to make the stop for Perkins. Loss of a yard, so it brings up 3rd down and 10. We'll another look at Mike Young right here in the picture in front of us, playing off his block and getting right to Hunter Conley. So 3rd down and 10 now for Edison. Fullback is normally a big guy in this attack. They aren't quite as big this year, but might be just as strong. Hunter Castle at 5'9", 178 pounds. Not getting enough for the first down. and Perkins will get the football back. Now, if you look at the swapping of field position in the first two drives, Edison certainly has tipped the scales in their favor as they start this drive on the Edison 48-yard line. Nemeth spun down after a 5-yard carry would make it 2nd down and 5. That's Colin Nemeth's far side. Edison strings it out well, so it's a gain of just 2 to make it 3rd down and 3. Lesh overthrowing Wyatt Nemeth to make it 4th down and 3. They're on the Edison 41-yard line. So they'll kind of talk this thing over and figure out what they want to do to keep this drive alive as you look at the blackout in the Campbell Street Crazies section of the stadium. And boy, they were there in mass. Special thanks to the following folks for their support of the Game of the Week.
This is Signs of Good Business. Keep it local. Brady Signs. Toft, Funeral Home and Crematory. Stephen J. Toft, owner. S&H Blinds and Floors. Wendy's. The Crimus Company, Asphalt, Concrete, and Excavation. Pizza House West.
4th down and 3. Let's see what the Pirates came up with off the play fake to Nemeth, hoping somebody would bite on that. The pass intended for Jaden Rowe falls incomplete, and Edison's defense has held. So they get the ball back on their own 41-yard line. Cole Window carries for 3 to make it 2nd down and 7. And Medina on the play fake will keep it himself and pick up 3 more. And this is normally what the Edison offense will do. 3 yards, 3 yards. You keep getting 3 yards on every carry, you're going to get first downs, you're going to move the chains, and that is the hallmark of this Edison offense. It's Clint Finnan for 3 more, so now it's 4th down and 1 at midfield. And you're going with the percentages of, well, we gained 3 on the first 3 plays, so should be able to do it on 4th down. But, Other ideas for Evan Witter, who leads the charge and stops that play for no gain. And the Edison defense has taken that football back for the offense, again in good field position at midfield. Watch this again and watch 54 right in the middle of your screen. Play off his block and make the stop at the line of scrimmage. And so important to have that initial hit and then get some help from your friends, as all the momentum of that play was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Well, the Pirates taking over as we look at our first pancake play of the night for Sandusky Bay Pancake House. Boom! Right there. The initial stop, and then a whole wad of black jerseys to make sure that momentum went no further. That's your pancake play of the game, brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House, with the best pancakes, not on 250, not on Sandusky, in the world. It's an 8-yard gain on the pass play for Drake Venerucci. Pick up of 8 to bring up a 2nd down and 2. And there's the Edison defense coming up big, being led by Jacob Thompson, a senior at 6'1", 232. That's a 4-yard loss. This is receive the ball. Hello. That turns it into a 3rd down and 6. That is the famous connection of Logan Lesh to Jaden Rowe. And that's good for 42 yards all the way down to the Edison 4-yard line. The ball's in the quarterback's hands. Don't let him Don't let us fool you here, folks. Here it comes. Jaden Rowe. First down and goal at the 4. Colin Nemitz to the 1. And on second down and goal, Nemitz got just enough of his balance maintained to take it to the house in the first score of the night in the favor of the Perkins Pirates. This is the view you would see again if it was the NFL and you're looking at it again. Kind of got collared right around the 3, but kept his balance and fell forward into the end zone. That's a nice piece of work by Nemitz. Nose to the goal line, and the first 6 points of the game coming with 2:50 to play in quarter number 1. John Normington Slay with the extra point. The Pirates with a 7-0 lead at the end of a 5-play, 50-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the clock. Edison will cover up the ensuing kickoff on their 32-yard line. And Marcus Medina back to the attack again. Hunter Castle on the fake, and Medina will carry for 6. Castle for 2, and it's third down and 2. Edison on their own 40-yard line. A big play coming up right here. Castle needed 2 for the first down, and he got just about 2. Not an inch more, not an inch less. Cole Will now for 7 as the Chargers start to get into a little bit of a rhythm. It's their first down of the ball game right there. And Medina looking, but Mike Young with other ideas makes the sack. You know, we talk about Mike Young from time to time. You can't help it because he's always there. He's came on about halfway through the year and really has made his presence known. Again, you can see him beating the block and getting to the QB to knock him for a loss of 9 yards. This is Bringing the Heat, and it's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Watch Castle coming out of the backfield, 41. He's going to have the responsibilities on Young, and Young definitely wins that battle. That's Bringing the Heat, Gunlock style. Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration since 1889. It'll be a third down and 12, but we're going to wait to snap this one until the second quarter begins. First 12 minutes in the books, and Perkins has a 7-0 lead on your North Coast Game of the Week. The lights of downtown Sandusky on a nice summer night as we usher in our second quarter of action, sponsored by Ehovie Career Center in Erie. It's a Vista Bank scoreboard as Perkins up by 7 after 1, and Edison on the run to start the second quarter. Fourth down and 12 now coming up, and they'll have to give the football up once again. Connor McMurray punting downfield for Jaden Rowe. Sets the Pirates up on their own 37. Look at the time that Logan Lesh has to throw the football. Just off the hands of Caden Nixon and incomplete. Second down and 10. Always nice to have a guy like Nemitz to come along who, on second down and 10, can gain you those yards to bring up a third down and manageable. Now they'll look for Mathews Ford at vintage Colin Nemitz. Sidestep one, spins away from another, and finally takes 4 Chargers to wrestle him to the turf after a gain of 8. So third down and 2. This time the Edison defense plugs the gap, keeps them to a 1-yard gain, and Perkins is faced with 4th down and 1 on their own 46, and they'll elect to punt the football away. A sliding fair catch made downfield by Medina, and Edison has 1st down and 10 on their own 22-yard line. Look at the Perkins sidelines. It currently has a 7-0 lead in this game. Thanks to the following folks for their support of the Game of the Week. Mathews Ford, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Hermes-Parker Concrete, Noble Axes, Payne, Nickles and Company, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Steinemann Hafner Insurance, Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. Edison starts this drive on their own 22-yard line. And watch Clint Finnan. And watch Lamar Everett wearing number 11. That was a touchdown-saving tackle by Everett after a run of 78 yards by Finnan. Edison not known as a breakaway team, but once in a while you hit these big holes. And Finnan went through untouched. And then the race was on. And for the Perkins defense, good thing that track star Lamar Everett had those sprinting shoes on. And he makes the tackle all the way down on the Perkins 10-yard line. And you're going to see here in a moment as Tyler Yingling makes the stop right there how big that tackle was at 2nd and goal on the 12. And Finnan for a couple makes it 3rd down and goal at the 10. Talked about the defensive play of a freshman for Perkins, Mike Young. Here comes another freshman. Weston Sturzinger, you see him there with the football. And pass didn't go downfield quite as far as what we thought it was going to, but Sturzinger there to make the interception. So how big was that defensive play by Everett? 2nd and 10 after the incompletion, and then watch Colin Nemitz. All the way down to the 15-yard line, an 80-yard run by Nemitz. So you had the Finnan run that put the field position all the way down here, and then Nemitz slipping through tackles. And the Edison defense with just enough of an angle on him to be able to run him to the sidelines and get him down 10 yards before the end zone. Actually put him down 15 yards before the end zone, so the Pirates would have 1st down and 10. It is your Facebook Play of the Game, which is brought to you by Civista Bank. This is Colin Nemitz, starting from his own end zone and not stopping till he's all the way at the 15-yard line at the other end of the field. Talk about great run blocking for the Perkins offense. Colin was not touched until he was into the secondary, and then you slip one tackle, and you're going to get a lot of yards. So 80 yards down to the 15-yard line where it is 1st down and 10. That is your Facebook Play of the Game, sponsored by Civista Bank. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the Game of the Week. J. Bistro, NOMS Podiatric Medicine and Surgery, Goodtime Lake Erie Cruises, UBS Financial Services, Koch Aluminum, BGSU Firelands College, Nemitz for 2. There for 3. Put it second down and 7 on the 12-yard line. And now comes the beauty of having a 6'4" wide receiver. Great target, great post pattern, right over the middle, and Jaden Rose in the end zone for the second Perkins touchdown of the ball game. Another look at Logan Lesh, sophomore quarterback of the Pirates for Mathews Ford. Simply designed post pattern all the way and perfectly delivered with the defense right on him. Certainly nothing you can see right there about Troy Rutherford. He was there on the coverage, but a perfectly thrown ball, and Rowe had the inside leverage. So it's a 13-0 ball game as we take our red zone replay, brought to you by Restore Pro, disaster cleanup and restoration. This is what a perfectly executed 12-yard touchdown pass looks like. John Normington Slay, 2 for 2 in the extra points, and it is 14-0 Pirates. There is 6:59 left before halftime on our Civista Bank scoreboard. And that ball just barely squirts into the end zone for a touchback, and Edison would start on their own 20-yard line. Hunter Castle. I remember in the week before against Bellevue when Edison sprung their upset, they had one negative play all night long, and that's when they took a knee late in the game. Otherwise, Bellevue did not throw them for any losses all night long. But here, the Perkins defense being very, very stingy in this game. 4th down and 6, and Edison forced to punt once again. This is Jaden Rowe on the return. And again, Perkins starting with great field position on the Edison 46-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Pirates.
Colin Nemitz gets 6 yards to make it 2nd down and 4 on the 40. Pirates to talk it over before getting back into battle once again. Civista Bank scoreboard showing you where the Pirates lead it by a couple of touchdowns here in the second quarter. Right ahead, Drake Venerucci. Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd down and 4, and Lesh, instead of passing the ball, decides to take off. And he needed 4 yards for the 1st down, and that's exactly what he got at the 36-yard line. Nemitz for 5 to make it 2nd and 5 on the 31. Doesn't look like much, but all of a sudden it's 2nd down and 5, and any coach will take that. He had Jaden Rowe, spotted him as he was on the run, couldn't quite get it there, so it's 3rd down and 5 on the 31. Your bread and butter is Colin Nemitz. Comes up with 2 to make it 4th down and 3 on the 29. Colin Nemitz getting the edge just enough to pick up 5, and that'll keep this drive alive on the Edison 24-yard line. Take another look once again, and this is cool because most of the time on 3rd down, the Pirates have been going to the air when they really need it, and on 4th down. But this time they decide to go for it on the ground. They put Colin Nemitz on the edge. That's good for a 1st down at the Edison 24-yard line. Nemitz into the secondary, down to the 11, where it's 1st down and 10. Pirates are knocking on the door once again to take another look for Mathews Ford. Emmett's so quick to hit that hole. But to recognize the hole is number one, but then to be able to hit it so quickly. It's a 1 yard gain to make it 2nd down and 9 on the 10. Now to be 3rd down and 9 from the 10-yard line. This is where we had a discrepancy on the play clock on the field. One was different at one end than it was at the other, and it ended up having the Pirates called for a delay of game to make it 3rd down and 14, and now on 4th and 14, onto the 32-yard field goal by John Normington Slay. You can see there he pulled it a little bit to the left, so the Edison defense keeps this within 2 scores as they take over on their own 20-yard line. See in the background the great support Edison got from their community with a student section at the end of the bleachers, and they were there in numbers as well.
Clint Finn in the ball carrier. The result of that play is a 1st down for the Chargers.
Chargers with just their 3rd first down of the first half.
Marcus Medina's pass is complete to number 24, Logan Lloyd. Taken out of bounds.
Logan Lloyd on the pass completion. And out Clint Finnan. You can see holding on for dear life at the bottom was Daniel Zirkle. They're down and 2.
Again, ladies and gentlemen.
Medina up top, throwing it by his intended receiver, throwing it behind him, Cole Will now.
Medina, the ball carrier, stopped number 45,
The Pirates would get the football back near the end of the half. And as the half winds down, Perkins takes a 14-0 lead into the locker room.
Before the look around, I'd like to say thank you to all the people that
These are scenes that just kind of don't go away. You remember them till next spring. GROFF Funeral Homes and Crematory, ready to bring you our third quarter of action on the game of the week, along with Precision Body and Frame on Sandusky's west side. Great look at the sunset over Sandusky Bay, and look who's hiding. Stealth is back there somewhere. I guarantee it. Uh-huh. I see you. Yep. It's okay for her to ambush people, but don't you ambush me. Second half ready to go. Of course, we're talking about Erin Caldwell from the Register. We have lots of fun with because she likes to snap pictures of people when they're not looking, and that was her nickname from college, was Stealth. So that's one nickname I'm going to make sure never goes away. Oh, Caden Wire. Give me a break. That is textbook stuff right there for number 45. Another look for Mathews Ford Lincoln. Watch this. Boom. Yeah, that's when it hurts to be a running back. Edison facing 3rd down and 4 on their 36-yard line to start the second half. Edison's defense, Perkins' defense has just really risen to the task. Now, it's not easy to prepare for an offense like this because you just don't see any. Nobody else runs this. And Jaden Santoro kind of talked about it. Or Jalen was telling us that, to give it a good look on the practice field, to get your kids ready for this, it's tough. See Clint Finnan walking off, thankfully under his own power. Logan Lesh trying to convert on a 3rd down. Goes nowhere, makes it 4th down and 6. This Edison defense coming right out of the chute and prepared for second half action. Trying to keep this a 2-score game. Here's another look for Mathews Ford. Lesh finds no one, so you can call this a coverage sack. Amos Downing, first to him. Really smart of Marcus Medina to fair catch these balls because Drake Venerucci is well known for getting a great roll on his punts after they hit the ground. Ben Keller. Now here's a young man who spent some time on the injury list as well, but back on the field once again and looking oh so happy to be there. Wearing number 9. Right there to say hello, Hunter Castle. Sam Sturzinger coming up for the finishing touches. 2nd down and 10. Just crossing midfield is Castle for a 3-yard run. It makes it 3rd down and 7 on the 49-yard line. And this is Cole Will now. Got the edge that time for a 1st down on the Perkins 32-yard line. Marcus Medina for no gain would make it 2nd down and 10. Cutter Conley picks up 1, and the Chargers face 3rd down and 9. This is the situation you want to put Edison in because passing is not their strong suit. Medina airing it out long, and look at this play. by Sam Odo in the end zone. Ball was thrown over the back shoulder of the receiver, and Odo made a great adjustment for the catch of the football falling to the ground in the end zone for a touchback, which means the Perkins would get it on their own 20-yard line. That has the Perkins sidelines all fired up. Display once again on the fake pitch. And Medina throwing for the end zone, but Sam Odo over the shoulder. That's pretty nicely done. Lamar Everett the first to celebrate. And the Pirates get it back on their own 20-yard line. I like to test your equilibrium once in a while with a zooming of the cameras back and forth just to make sure you're on your toes. 13-yard gain by Rowe out to the 33-yard line. That's in and out of the arms of Drake Venerucci, and you see him pounding the turf. 9 times out of 10, in fact, maybe 19 out of 20, Drake makes that catch. Emmets pounds the middle for 7, and it's 3rd down and 3 out on the 40-yard line. There is a theme developing here. Colin Nemitz for 7. Colin Nemitz for 7. 1st down and 10 out on the 47-yard line. Following Caden Wire and playing off his block, and you also saw Caden Wire get away with a little bit of holding there. It's a great angle. The referees can't call it if they don't see it. And this is the 3rd carry in a row for Nemitz, in which he'll pick up 7 yards. This one, the Edison 46-yard line. Lesh on the scramble. Getting the ball downfield incomplete, but a penalty flag for illegal downfield. Chargers now facing a the Pirates now facing a 3rd down and 3 on the Edison 46. And Nemitz gets him down to the 40. That's 1st down for the Pirates on the Charger 40-yard line. Nemitz. Chargers pointing to the sideline saying he stepped out of bounds, but it wouldn't make any difference anyway because that little yellow thing on the field where there was an illegal block thrown downfield, which will bring the ball back and give Perkins a 1st down and 4 on the 34-yard line. We'll take another look here, though, at the would-be touchdown run of Nemitz. Did he step out of bounds or not? Yep. So he would have been out of bounds anyway. That they missed. The Edison defense sure didn't miss it. And now it's 1st down and 4 on the 34-yard line. Nemitz for 3 to the 31. And now once again you're going to see, this really gives you an idea of the advantage of having a 6'4 wide receiver. Lesh for Jaden Rowe. Look at that catch. Look at that catch. I don't know if Jaden could believe it himself. Caden's first down the celebration. Nixon and Wire and Rowe, the 31-yard touchdown catch on the last play of the 3rd quarter. It's defensed well. Lesh makes a heck of a throw, and Rowe makes a dynamite catch. It's our second look for Mathews Ford. falling to the ground, leaping in the air, and still coming up with that football. That's a thing of beauty. And John Normington's sleigh on the field to make it 3 for 3 on the extra point. So at the end of 3 quarters, Perkins with a 21-0 lead. Quarter number 4 brought to you by the Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts, all waiting for you. The Old Fish House in Huron. Civista Bank scoreboard shows the story as our final 12 minutes of football gets ready to go from Firelands Regional Medical Center Stadium. Perkins with a 21-0 lead. As the offsides on the kickoff, so they'll do it again from 5 yards further back. And Normington Slay this time will kind of bang that ball along the ground. And Edison will start from their 20-yard line. Edison's forte on offense is time consumption. And unfortunately, when you're down 21-0, there's not a whole lot of time to consume.
Tackled by number 13, Mike Young.
But once in a while, when Clint Finnan can hit the hole and burst through like this, helps that time consumption a lot. This time it's Weston Sturzinger on the touchdown-saving tackle, but that's a 57-yard gain by Clint Finnan, all the way down to the Perkins 20-yard line. We'll look again for Mathews Ford. Well, saw a little hold right there, too, didn't we? Yeah, well, you see those things down close to the field that sometimes the officials aren't at the proper angle to see. That's first down and 10 on the Pirate 20. You know, in all honesty, high school officials will call the obvious holding calls. If they don't affect a play, a lot of times they won't call them, because honestly, you could probably call holding on almost every play. That one might have had something to do with the success of the play, though. So they're down at 9 on the Perkins 19-yard line. Hunter Castle forward to the 15 to make it 4th down and 5. Obviously, Edison really needing to keep this drive alive. But they needed 5 to do it, and the Perkins defense, equal to the task, told them to a 3-yard gain. So the Pirates would take over on their own 12-yard line. Another look for Mathews Ford. Castle needing 5. Puts the head and shoulders down, but can only burrow for 3. Coming up 2 yards shy of the first down, so the Pirates take over 88 yards away from the goal line. So now the diet of Colin Nemitz begins.
Colin Nemitz, the ball carrier.
Second down and 5. Great defense that time by the Chargers to hold Nemitz to 1. It's 3rd down and 4. And I think, of course, Perkins wants to keep chewing clock here. So you would kind of guess maybe Nemitz, but on 3rd down and 4, the playbook's going to open up. What will the Brain Trust come up with? Special thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week.
Signs of good business. Keep it local. Crush Wine Bar. Noble Axes. Axe Throwing. Dockside Cafe. And Pier Pub Bar and Grill.
3rd and 4, Jaden Rowe. Same little post pattern that's been so successful for them tonight. Makes it 1st down and 10 out on the 38-yard line. That's a 20-yard gain out from the 18-yard line. Another look for Mathews Ford at the delivery by Lesh to Rowe. And the eventual stop being made by Troy Rutherford. First down, number 11 for the Pirates on the ball game. And Colin Nemitz doing his thing for 21 yards. So Caden Nixon throwing a block downfield. Looked like Nemitz actually tripped down over his legs as he was falling to the ground. 1st and 10 on the Edison 41. Not just going to be Colin Nemitz, though. They'll continue to go back to Jaden Rowe, who had a big night in this game. 1st down and 10 on the Edison 25. It's dragged down nicely that time by Connor McMurray. And it's a 3rd down and 7 after a 2-yard loss on the Edison 22-yard line. Look at Jaden Rowe. There again for a clutch catch down to the 3-yard line where it's 1st down and goal. Lesh on the rollout. And Jaden Rowe on the reception. 14, making a 19-yard pickup down to the 3-yard line. And the 1st down and goal, you know who's going to get the ball right here. Colin Nemitz for the score. His 2nd of the ball game. He and Rowe each with 2 touchdowns for the Pirates. This one pretty much seals the deal with 3:24 left to play. And Perkins doing to Edison in this drive what Edison has done to so many people this year. 10 plays, 88 yards, took 5 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock, nearly half the quarter. And the Pirates put this one away. John Normington Slay with the extra point, and it is a 28-0 Perkins lead with only 3:24 left to play. At the victory smile being flashed on the sidelines for Perkins. Noah Smith, one of the up men, returns it out to the 47-yard line, and Edison will go to work from there. Medina, good play fake, but the Pirates still didn't bite. Holds it to a 2-yard gain. Sam Sturzinger right there. 2nd down and 8. That's Cole Will now. Picking up an Edison 1st down on the Perkins 41-yard line. Castle will pick up 9.
Hunter Castle, the ball carrier.
And it's a 2nd down and 1. Will now for the 1st down on the 31-yard line. How's that for a piece of defensive work by Nolan Winston? Logan Lesh, the victory smile on the sidelines. Utter Castle rumbling for 18 yards down to the 13-yard line. Edison has first down and 10. Will go for no gain. Second down and 10.
Under one.
Edison, of course, at this point, not going to win the game, but you're sure trying to get some points on the board anyway. Ball up over the head. It was intended receiver, Logan Lloyd, and then the ball popped loose, and that pretty much ends things up with Perkins getting the football back. Weston Sturzinger coming out of there with it. Not about to give it up either. With just seconds remaining in the game, 42 seconds to go. Perkins just has to snap the ball one time, take a knee. The clock would wind down, and the Pirates advance on to the championship at 28-0 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Jim Hall and his coaching staff, always a classy bunch. And now Perkins gets to play Port Clinton. Port Clinton has only lost one game all year long, and it came in week 3 on this very surface, 21-20. So we have a great matchup set for next time we meet, and that, of course, is a game that will be played at Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium. So it'll be right close to home, and the Pirates can have some hometown fun. That's what playoff victories look like, folks. They're fun. And the Pirates now into the third round of the playoffs, as are the Port Clinton Redskins. Nice job, Pirates. We'll see you again next week on our game of the week against the Port Clinton Redskins from Strobel Field at Cedar Point Stadium.